Today, in 4 minutes, I'll explain where ChatGPT GPT-5.2 really helps in real-world work by combining sharp user comments with an actual project work log. Bottom line first, GPT 5.2 is strongest not at brilliantly designing everything from scratch, but at the phase where you read, fix, organize, and operationalize existing assets. A candid voice from the field. One C++ developer says it's genuinely great when there's something to copy from refactoring, documentation, and code review. Their honest take, in good cases it can cut effort by around 50%, but it's weaker at greenfield design, and in bad cases it can even cost extra time. Another real comment. Planning and discussion improved noticeably more than code generation. It's effective enough as a design sparring partner that someone compared it to your coworker getting 10% smarter every other week. From an operator's perspective too, people highlight its strength on long-running tasks, working on planning docs for hours, taking feedback, and making its reasoning more observable. Now for a 4-ject work log done with GPT 5.2 by someone with no programming experience. Example 1. Before building a GUI, rebuild the broken core, repairing existing assets. Based on the README, it quickly detected failures in the current code, collapsed config lines, missing duration extraction, and string termination mistakes. As a prerequisite for the GUI, it refactored the project back into a working state first. This directly matches the comment. It's strongest when there's existing code to copy from. Example 2. Lock down safe by default requirements before implementation. Strength in planning and discussion. It translated my request prompt into a consistent design across both the core logic and the GUI. It also structured things to be easy to extend later. That's a concrete outcome of planning and discussion improved more than raw implementation. Example 3. Assume overwrite accidents will happen. High default safety. For duplicate outputs, it defined and implemented a policy. Protect existing results and auto-number into a new folder. It added uniqueness logic at both file and folder levels to reduce the chance of accidents. This is a great example of AI being most valuable when it optimizes for correct operations, not just correct code. Example 4. Improve distribution and reproducibility, end-to-end from ops to maintenance. It packaged the project and added an entry point designed for virtual environments. It also updated documentation and added a .gitignore, making the project easy to hand off. This is where you see the evolution, thinking end-to-end across design implementation operations, and building the project scaffolding quickly. Example 5. A failure-resistant workflow under constraints, long tasks plus alignment. Even in a read-only, no-network sandbox, it proceeded by getting approvals, applying patches, running syntax checks, and making risks and constraints visible. That becomes a concrete example of long planning, observable reasoning, and small plan updates you can track. Summary. The key message in a GPT 5.2 intro is that its strengths depend on the phase of work. Strong at repairing existing code, refactoring, review, documentation, safe by default specs, building operational scaffolding, and long-running tasks. Weak at abstract greenfield system design, generating UI purely for aesthetics, and taking responsibility for final decisions. Practical tip: don't start with the strongest mode immediately. Iterate, draft, review, testing, angles, documentation, and only go deep on the hard parts, like edge cases and security.